Okay, we're live.
Joe, some of you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good evening, everybody.
Right.
Thank you so much.
I gotta walk slow because we still have a minute.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the town board, Town of Baltimore. This is September 22nd, 2025. I'd like to call all to join me in the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, so while we get started, we have, the board has been forwarded all the information regarding the bid form for the construction at the front of the building. And we've received our bids, and so we have a resolution to approve. I hope you've all had a chance to review those bids. So I'm going to start with resolution number 129, and I'll read it. Resolution to award the bid for the Town Hall Improvement Project. Whereas an invitation for sealed bids has appeared in the Times Union, a pre-bid conference was held on September 5 at 1 p.m. and 2 sealed bids were received and read aloud at the bid opening on September 18 at 1 p.m. at Town Hall. And the answers, or the bids rather, are one from Juwan Construction Incorporated, and that was for $226,513. And the second bid was for Bunkoff General Contractors, and that was for $294,500. So we have only received those 2 bids. We did all the advertisement. So, resolved, the town board of the town of Baltimore approves the recommendation of Delaware Engineering to accept the bid from Juwan Construction Incorporated, the lowest responsible bidder, for $226,513 with partial funding from a $150,000 SAM grant, and the remaining expenditures to be extracted from the town of New Baltimore Building Reserve Fund, which currently has a balance of $90,176. So I'm going to make that motion.
A second?
Motion made and seconded. Discussion? Anybody? This grant was submitted in 2019. Due to COVID, everything has been delayed, and they gave us they awarded us a grant of $150. Unfortunately, since 2019, the cost of everything is not the same as it is in 2025. So in essence, it's $76,000 more than the original estimates going back to 2019. So I'll call for a vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Okay. I want to discuss a couple of other things here. One, we have word today that we received we're going to get our new truck. I don't know if Mr. Van Warmer has something to say about that, but we have a new truck being delivered on Friday. This truck was ordered in 2021 and it is now done. It took 4 years to build this truck. So thank goodness. The cost of this truck is $223,000. So it's the price is up since 2021. And but we're not going to borrow the money. Actually, the dollar figure is $223,971.83.
Is the warranty still good?
We haven't received it yet, so I expect it would be. What our plans for paying of this is, we have $150,000. We actually have $160,000 left over in our highway reserve for the purchase of equipment. This is, I believe, the 5th truck we bought in the last 3 years. Brand new truck?
5th truck, 2.5 years.
3 years, 2.5, yeah. Okay. And we're not gonna borrow for this one either. We're gonna use the reserve account for 150,000 of it. And we have, out of the general fund, unallocated fund balance, we're going to use $73,000. So that will be received on Friday. It's about time, I think. Yeah. And, okay, so on that same topic, for September, I hope you've read the financial reports for June, July, and August, and you've all had a chance to review them, I expect. And I would like to make a motion to accept the June, July, and August financial reports.
I'll second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. And I'm going to go to one more resolution, and then we'll talk to some of our other folks here. Resolution establishing the position of cemetery sexton. Okay. Whereas the town of Baltimore operates public cemeteries within its jurisdiction and requires certain services to maintain and manage those cemeteries, and whereas the position of sexton to manage the needs of the cemeteries is a needed service, and whereas the payment for services rendered to the sexton by the town of Baltimore shall be currently defined as 1, $125 per grave opening per standard grave, $125 cremains interment per standard grave, $25 monument permit review per standard grave. Whereas the sexton shall submit a monthly invoice to the town clerk for services rendered, and payment shall be made within 30 days of approval. And whereas the sexton shall be responsible for all compliance with all laws, rules, regulations involving the employment of labor, hours of labor, health and safety, and working conditions. The contractor shall be solely responsible for payment of all federal, state, and local taxes arising from compensation paid under this agreement. Now therefore be it resolved that the town of Baltimore hereby establishes the position of sexton of cemeteries. So I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion, please.
Jeff,
Yes.
is there, a salary for the sexton or?
No, it's a per event. This does, the charges do not include, the charges that the contractor, let's say you hire someone to dig, the sexton will hire them. The family member would be the ones who would pay for such things. So that's in addition to that. We're just talking about his remuneration, or hers, as the case might be. And so for each one that they handle, it's $125. And then, of course, for monument, making sure the monument placement is appropriate is $25. So this is about
These
the,
are their fees.
there's not all the fees that one would have for interment, but it's about the, what we pay the sexton. And it's a per. If they don't have any this month, then there won't be no remuneration, but if they have two, there'll be double. Okay? Any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Mr. Linder, you're next on the docket, please.
Thank you, Jeff. Fairly light agenda for this month, so I'll be quick. For September, I attended 8 regular committee meetings, 1 special committee meeting, 1 legislative special meeting, 1 workshop, 1 Justice Center meeting, regular legislative meeting number 9, the 9/11 ceremony at the Emergency Services Building, the 2025 Senior Day at the Point, the Vet Community Day, and I'll be attending the Ambulance Task Force meeting, another workshop, and the 2025 Youth Pheasant Hunt. My hope is that this month will be the final Ambulance Task Force meeting prior to setting into motion the challenge of developing the countywide service that we've been discussing over the last 11 months. And while my crystal ball is still somewhat cloudy because the decision has not been finalized with the task force yet, the plan will be to hire a director for EMS in early 26, and potentially take over the cost of Green EMS paramedic services for all towns at that time. The new director will define the logistics of the system, such as resource management, resource staging, staffing, and work with Greene County Human Services to onboard the employees for 2027. Until the full system can be rolled out countywide, I do expect New Baltimore Fire District Number 1 will still be served by Ravenna Rescue, but through a contract with Greene County to provide those services. It's also expected that any costs that are moved to the county budget will be reduced by the same amount from the town budgets. And the result of consolidation to a single system is expected to create the largest county department. We also await the governor's signature on legislation that was passed this year to remove the EMS costs from the tax cap. Culvert replacement and paving on County Route 54 has been completed. Line striping is scheduled to take place the first week of October. Weather dependent. We awarded the bids for abrasives used in ice and snow control and authorized towns and villages to use them. The maintenance building at the Catskill Transfer Station has been awarded. This $2.7 million cost will be paid from fund balance. The slope stabilization and bridge replacement on County Route 61 will be a spring 26 project due to delays in the right-of-way process. The second slope stabilization near the Creel Farm is still being monitored, and that repair is still being designed. I don't have the check yet, but I will be awarding the Spielberg grant to the 2025 New Baltimore Music and Arts Festival.
Thank you so much.
You are welcome. And not on the report, we did start this week in doing flu shots at the senior centers. So they have various schedules for those, but you can also call public health and schedule an appointment to do those.
All right, thank you, sir. Town clerk.
2 CO Search Compliance Residential, 250, 10 building permits, $5,213.83. 1 Easy Pass Tag, $25. 10 hunting fishing licenses, $33.02. 25 dog licenses, $180. 1 replacement tag, $2. 1 late dog license, $5. 2 fire inspections, 200. 1 marriage license, $17.50. 1 demolition, $75. 1 beer permit, $20. 2 non-resident park rentals, 100, 1 park rental, 25. 2 lot line adjustments, 100, 1 special use permit variance, non-commercial, 100. 1 above ground swimming pool, $60, 1 solar residential, $173.40. 2 photocopies, 50 cents. 1 site plan review up to 10 acres, 300. Total state, county, and local revenue, $7,463.73. $35 to the New York State Department of Ag and Markets for the Spay Neuter Program, $22.50 to the New York State Department of Health for Marriages, $525.98 to the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation for hunting fishing licenses. Total to supervisor, $6,880.25. The town clerk's office collected $3,184,529.88 in taxes, $11,387.37 in penalties, $20 in return check fees, notice fees of $104, for a total of $3,196,041.25, representing 84% collected. Remaining uncollected is $619,532.56. The last day to collect property taxes was July 31st, 2025. For water districts 2 and 3, we are currently collecting 22% for third quarter 2024, 16% for fourth quarter 2024, 10% for first quarter 2025 until October 16th. Second quarter bills are collecting at 4% until October 16th. Sewer is collecting at 16% penalty for the first half until October 15th. Second half sewer bills went out in July and are collecting at 4% until October 15th. Our vendor for archiving our records is continuing the process. Shelving was installed on October 27th, and we appreciate the assistance of our highway department in moving them into place. Just reminding everyone that Amanda, Deputy Town Clerk, is a member of the National Guard, and she was activated in late February. Please keep her in your thoughts, and hopefully she will return to us soon.
Thank you. I guess we'll go to animal control.
About adoption of minutes.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. And what about the budget? I want to do the budget.
Thank you.
We'll go next to the adoption of the recognition of the minutes for September 8th, 2025, the town board regular meeting minutes.
Thank you.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Just, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Now we go to animal control.
All right.
All right, we'll give them that.
Okay, we have a report from Sherry Vieta, our dog control officer from July up until today in September. On July 6th, she got a call about a dog bite. On July 5th, this turned into a dangerous dog complaint, which was filed with the court. The dogs were seized on July 23rd because the owner had missed 2 court dates that were sent to him. On July 25th, the hearing was held. The dogs were returned with stipulations. On September 8th, there was a report, at least, that the dogs were out roaming again. So on September 16th, the owner was called back to court to provide proof that he had constructed a kennel to enclose the dogs, and he had proof of that, so that was the way that ended up. On August 1st, there was another report on Tower Road extension of a dog. It gets loose again a lot. But Sherry was made aware of it after the fact, so she could not go out and actually see the dog loose again. On August 11th, there was another dangerous dog complaint. Sherry seized the dog. This one had to do with a dog killing chickens, as I recall. On August 15th, the hearing was held in court and the dog was returned to the owner with stipulations. On August 17th, there was a dog bite on Aquatuck Road. The owners were bit by their own dog. I think that they had wanted us to euthanize the dogs, but Sherry contacted them and discussed the issue with them to say that they were responsible for the outcome of their dogs legally, and that we had no ability to have the dogs euthanized. On September 7th, we had a lost dog on Route 144, Abby. On September 8th, Sherry got a call from the person that had actually found the dog. And the owner and the dog were reunited. And today, Sherry got a call from a neighbor who called the town apparently about a starving shepherd. Sherry and the police department went out to investigate. The dog was thin but not emaciated. So at this point, the owner has agreed to take the dog to the vet as soon as possible to have its health assessed and to make sure that it gets updated on vaccines. And that's it for the animal report for Sherry. In terms of our spay and neuter clinic on October 4th, we're doing well in getting people signed up. We have the 25 spays already filled. I need to get 6 more neuters to reach our lowest number of 40, but I'm reaching out over the next 2 weeks to find people who want to bring in their their boy cat to get fixed. So I'm confident that we're going to meet the threshold by October 4th. And that's it for me.
Okay, thank you. Assessment under the audit and budget. Well, you got the budget presented to us. Building and grounds. Councilwoman Downs, please.
Monthly report for September, dates 8/27/25 to 9/22/25. 60-gallon bags of plastic, 8. Bundles of magazine and phone books, 2. Bags of and bundles of newspaper, 33. Boxes and bundles of cardboard, 134. Kirk Trumbull.
Thank you. Continue
Code
now with code
enforcement.
enforcement, please.
August 22 through September 21, 2025. Building inspections, 25. Total new building permit applications received, 9. Total building permits issued, 7. Total demolition permits issued, 2. Certificates of compliance issued, 5. Temporary certificates of occupancy issued, 1. Certificate of occupancy search request, 3. Building permit renewals letters sent, 10. Building permit renewals, 9. Commercial site fire inspections, 1. Complaints received, 2. Stop work orders issued, 1. Open building permits, 221. Building department fees for August 22 to September 21 is $8,428.38. Year to date, $28,554.04. Alan Jordan.
Thank you. Next, we have fire, EMS, and law enforcement. Mr. Delasani, please.
The Greene County EMS had their regular meeting held on Tuesday, September 16th. In July, there were 22 EMS calls, and in August, there were 15 EMS calls for a total of 157 for all of 2025. We are presently on a pace for about 236 with those numbers, which is less than the 243 that we had for 2024. Year to date, we had 62 strokes in Greene County and 37 overdoses. Year to date.
Thank
Are
you.
those overdoses down from last year?
Yes,
You know? Yeah,
this time last year, there were 44.
still down.
Thank you, sir. Okay, highway. Mr. Van Wormer, are you gonna take care of the highway report?
I do not have the report.
I gave you mine.
Okay, I'll read it. Cut dead trees with Town of Athens bucket truck, mowed and weed whacked cemeteries, mowed parks and town hall as needed. Finished putting 2012 International back together again. Runs good with no issues. Doing this work in-house saved about $10,000 in labor cost. Helped Village of Cooksaki move boat docks with our trailer. Put up yard sale signs. Assisted county highway with milling on Route 54. We were given all the millings for free. Serviced 4 plow trucks, replaced sign at intersection of Sodom Road and Old Kings Road, which were stolen apparently. Sent 2 trucks to assist the town of Durham with chip seal. Patched Paradise Hill Road with blacktop. New trucks should be delivered sometime this week. It was here last week to drop off the plow and wing. They had to be returned for pre-delivery inspection. A revised PO and letter of intent was sent over for supervisor's signature. It looks like we will have to pay the increased price as of right now. New employee will be coming on board on Monday, September 29 to replace Bill Spurtis. Her name is Amanda McKay. She has her CDL license, but has an automatic transmission restriction. Teamsters will work with her to get the restrictions removed. I'm waiting her pre-employment drug test results to arrive, and I will relay all paperwork to the clerk's office. She has previous experience with state TOT and as a bus driver. She currently delivers home heating oil. And just received word that Appalachia Salt at Port of Queens will be our salt supplier this year at $69 per ton.
What are we gonna do with the mill, Scott, that we got from the county? What do we do with that?
We have been using them to back up some of the dirt roads we have. I think the patch we just got now, we're gonna actually dig out in front of the town building where it always gets soft in the winter
Okay.
from the clay underneath, and try to build that up with the millings to keep the trucks from sinking and stuff as we go in and out of the building.
Right here,
No, the highway garage.
at the highway, yeah.
No, I just didn't know what you did with them, that was all. Okay, thanks.
And I was gonna ask about Amanda, and I hope you know, you do have, some of your trucks are automatic and she can drive those.
Yeah.
And she just can't drive them all.
And we have an employee now with that same restriction who's gonna be going to get it lifted to the union.
Well, we have two resolutions related to the highway. The first one is a resolution to authorize the highway superintendent to purchase abrasives, dry screened and washed, used in snow and ice control until September 19, 2026. Resolved, the town board hereby authorizes the highway superintendent to purchase abrasives, dry screened and washed, used in snow and ice control per Greene County Resolution 284-25 for the contract period September 20 until September of 2025, that is, and September 19, 2026. The highway superintendent will inform the town board of cumulative expenditures and unused balance for this project. I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
I heard 2 seconds. So, Barb, pick which one you like. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Second resolution. Resolution to award bid for ultra-low diesel fuel, ultra-low sulfur. Whereas an invitation to bid for sealed bids appeared at Times Union and 2 sealed bids were received and read aloud at the bid opening at the regular town board meeting on September 8, 2025. And they were Botini Fuel at 0.282 cents per gallon over OPIS Auburn. And Main Care was 0.285 per gallon over OPIS Auburn. Resolved, the town of New Baltimore accepts the bid from Botini Fuel, the lowest responsible bidder. I'll make that motion.
Okay.
I'll second.
Motion made, seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Under insurance, I just want to let everyone know that we'll have that soon on the agenda. The insurance for the retirees plans, the employees' health plans have been approved, as you well know. Planning Board, Chair Downs.
The planning board met on September 11, 2025, in which the following business was transacted. A public hearing was held for the Castleman Solar Lynn Brockett special use permit and site plan application. There was no one present with opposing comments. The public hearing was open for 15 minutes. Castleman Solar Lynn Brockett special use permit and site plan application. The board reviewed and approved the Castleman Solar Lynn Brockett site plan. A resolution was read and unanimously approved. The site plan was stamped, signed, and dated by board member Vadney, with a copy provided to homeowner Lynn Brockett. Kevin Rounds and Francis Ahern's lot line adjustment. Board member Vadney updated the board regarding a change in the proposed action for the Francis Ahern's property, shifting from a lot line adjustment to a minor subdivision. The revised proposal includes the consolidation of a smaller lot into a larger lot, as well as a minor subdivision resulting in a 2 acre parcel. The board anticipates issuing a denial letter to forward the matter to the Zoning Board of Appeals for variance consideration due to the shared driveway easement affecting more than 2 parcels. Glenda Baldini and Ronald Klein, lot line adjustment. The board reviewed and approved the lot line adjustment between Glenda Baldini and Ronald Klein. The adjustment involves transferring a small portion of land from a large parcel to a smaller one to provide full access around a pond. The board accepted the application and completed a short environmental assessment form, SEPA, and issued a negative declaration for seeker purposes. The public hearing for this line adjustment was waived. JB Carr Service Special Use Permit Renewal. Okay.
Mr.
Mr. Sandal, representing JB Car Services, was present for the renewal of their special use permit. The board approved the renewal contingent upon satisfactory site visit by code enforcement. The board discussed the original conditions of the permit, some of which were unclear due to changes in ownership in 2014. The site visit will check compliance with prior conditions. The board approved the minutes from August 14th, 2025 planning board meeting. The meeting was adjourned at 8:11.
Thank you. Next submission I have anything for is town courts.
We got one.
Councilwoman Cash?
Yep, to New Baltimore Town Board from Honorable James W. Huff, Honorable Anthony C. Consul. Subject monthly town court report, September 22nd, 2025. The following is the Town of New Baltimore Court monthly report for August 2025. Total August monies received was $12,899. Of that, Honorable James W. Huff, $5,392. Honorable Anthony C. Consul, $7,507. Total 2025 monies received January through August is $108,112. Total new cases received are 81, and Barb may have
I
the,
do not,
or may you not have the
I do not.
state report. Okay.
I haven't gotten
Thank you.
it. Do you want to go talk about seniors?
Yeah.
We did have our seniors picnic on Thursday for those that attended. It was fairly well attended. I think
It's
we
very
had
well
53
attended.
people. And everybody enjoyed it. It was great weather, so
Food was delicious.
it was very good, yes. And
People stayed a long time.
and thank you back there, Jeff, for doing our
Well,
cooking.
nobody died for my cooking, so I'm happy.
Wait, we're still working on it.
I gave nothing but love for you, baby.
All right, thank you so much. Anyway, it was very good, enjoyed by all, and I look forward to having another one next year. Okay. Councilwoman Sodano, anything for wastewater?
Yeah, the new screen at the Headworks, has been installed. There've been a little bit of a punch list of items, so to speak, to finish it and make it absolutely, and then there will be some training for the staff there. But that's, finally happening.
And I'll refer to you again for zoning board of appeals.
Yep, this is a tough one. Monthly report, September 17th, 2025. The zoning board of appeals did not meet in the month of September 2025. William Bulkey, Chair.
Thank you for that. Okay, upcoming meetings, October 1, 2024, ZBA meeting at 7:30. October 4, mobile spay and neuter clinic at Town Hall, pre-registration required. Contact jcash@townnewbaltimore.org.
And bring me your boys.
I think that was Tomcat, I think that would be called, wouldn't it?
Cat boys.
October 9, 2025, planning board meeting at 7:30. That's at 7, isn't it?
Yeah.
October 13, town offices closed for Columbus Day. Make particular note, October 15, town board regular meeting is at 7. October 15 is a Wednesday,
Right.
which we're moving it from Monday to Wednesday because of Columbus Day. Okay, and October 27, town board work meeting at 7 p.m. Let's see what else I have here. Now I have public comment period, and the first note I have is from Mr. Scott Van Wormer. You don't have a topic, but wing it.
Hello, I think most people here know me, but for the record, my name is Scott Van Wormer. I'm an employee at the Town of New Baltimore. Have been an employee for 29 years and have approximately 10 of them years I've been foreman for the town of the Baltimore Highway Department. I'm here to address some accusations that was made at the August 25th meeting by the town hall. That of being that I am being paid and I am not doing my job, which was stated clearly in the recording of the, by Mrs. Downs and referred to by Mrs. Shelley Vanette, and that she agreed to it. So I've been an employee for 29 years with the town of Baltimore, and I believe for 5 of them years, Mrs. Downs has been on the highway committee. I'm really not sure how this accusation or assumption was made by you. Of them 5 years of you being on the highway committee, I can count on one hand the number of times I've seen you at the highway garage. I have never seen you on a job site of the town of Baltimore, and I've never ever received a phone call or email back that has been sent to you. And also, I've never ever received an email or a phone call or stop by thanking us, checking on us, asking if we needed anything in long snowstorms, ice storms, disasters, anything like that. So how this assumption is made is beyond me. Also, you have access to my timesheets in this town hall. You can go in and check and see exactly how many days I am not here at my job. As a matter of fact, you can go back probably 3 or 4 years ago and see how many vacation hours and weeks that I gave back to this town when we were shorthanded, and I approached the town supervisor about buying back time so I wouldn't lose it, and I was told, no, use my time. But instead, no. Stupid me gave it back to the town and kept working so the town, we could go forward and get the jobs we needed to get done. The second statement that was made was the statement about the hen house and who's gonna keep an eye on the hen house. That is one great way to boost morale of town employees by saying pretty much that they're incompetent and need to be watched all throughout the day. These are grown people that work for the town of Baltimore, and that is a slap in their face and a slap in my face when the accusations are made. That's all I have to say. I could go on for a lot more, but I won't. I'll stop at that. Thank you.
Okay, next, we have Kathy Donovan. Where are you? Here we go.
I'm Kathy Donovan and my husband Brian Donovan. We are the owners and operators of Shady Harbor Marina and Boathouse Grill in New Baltimore. We're here tonight to petition the town to pursue the exploration and development of a water district. As active business members in the town for the past 15 years, the lack of public water is a burden to our existing business and a necessary infrastructure required for the proposed multi-use development district that we met with this board. We proposed over a year ago. We began discussing the project of the town, with the town in the spring of 2024 and have proceeded with multiple board presentations, follow-up submissions, discussions over the past year, all with the understanding that the project is contingent on a public water source. Last month, our engineer from Lansing Engineering submitted a water extension proposal based on input from Delaware Engineering and the town that includes extending the water main from the village of Ravenna along Route 144 past Shady Harbor and into the surrounding area as outlined in the map that I can propose. We're ready to support this initiative, and we petitioned the board to take action under Article 12A to move the process forward under the guidelines outlined by Delaware Engineering and the town special improvements district memo. So I have copies of all. Some of you have received these, some of you have not. This is the engineering report, and that's the town board, the Delaware Engineering list of what's next. So there are 199 parcels in the proposed district. There's one for yeah, but we do one for him. All right. There's 199 properties in the proposed development district. You have the map here. Yep. There's a small copy of the map. This is a larger copy of the map. We are a small portion of the whole district. So we are, we've been going down this road for a while, and we're looking for the board to actually take action. So whether that is a petition for you guys to move forward, I'm not sure what the right step is, but we're looking for you guys to
The
actually.
last I knew,
Yep.
you were at the same meeting.
Yep.
We were waiting, I didn't receive a report from the village of Ravenna that they could actually do it. They said they would prepare one.
They
They
have-
suggested they probably could, but we're waiting for a formal.
So they have verbally said that, yes, they have the water. The next step is for the town or somebody to be able to say, somebody needs to actually indemnify the project, to say, yes, we're going to move forward.
Well, the next
As
step
we
is
are
actually,
a small portion of the project, I don't think that we should be responsible for all of the engineering and legal costs to actually move that forward, which means that it pushes back to the town. So we're asking the town to actually push forward a petition. From what I see in the whole, when you get to actually the referendum, they're looking for 5% of the entire project, or 100, whichever the lesser is. 5% of the 199 properties is 10. I have way more than 10 people that I've spoken to that are interested in moving this project forward. So what I'm asking for the board to do is actually put a petition forward or make a motion that we're gonna actually move this forward.
well, I'll ask you again, so you've not, I have not, I've called Mayor Mizuraka a couple times now in the past couple weeks, as recently as Friday.
Mhm.
And I'm awaiting their official report that they said would be forthcoming. That was at least a month ago we had that meeting, wasn't it? 6 weeks ago?
It was, they will not move it forward to their engineer until somebody says, yeah, until the town actually commits. And we can't do anything without a water district. There's nothing I can do,
Right,
which means the town has to actually take action and create a water district, which this report is all about the whole steps to create the water district.
all right.
So the next step is the town has to say, yes, we're interested in moving forward to explore the water district. That doesn't mean that you're approving it. We're looking for the town to approve that, yes, we're looking for the water district. And from that point, the town of New Baltimore will be working with the village of Ravenna and their council and their engineering, and their engineer to actually verify that there is, in writing, that there's the water that they have committed to us verbally. Because right now, there's nothing we can do. We're stuck. I can sign an indemnification and say that I'm gonna pay for everything, but I don't think that's fair to us as a fraction of the property, the fraction of the benefit for the whole water district. The water district is, it's based on a very large area. We're a portion of that. So we're looking for the town to actually take action and pursue the water district.
All right, for the board's knowledge, at the meeting, we were to receive a report from the village of Ravenna that would tell us whether they can provide water, whether their system has the capacity.
Mhm.
I don't have anything in writing that says that they can. And as soon as they provide us that, then we can take our next steps.
So the village of Ravenna will not provide that report until they have,
That's not the information I heard.
that's literally what they,
No, they told
so
us
Viscone.
that they would tell us that if they can do it.
But
That's
they
what I'm
won't
waiting
do
for.
it until the board actually says they're interested in moving forward. So
I'll
there is,
talk to Mary.
there are, well, hold on one second. There are legal bills that apparently, Mayor Viscone has, Attorney Viscone has from the village of Ravenna, from several meetings that transpired before our meeting on the development of this water district, and they won't move forward until they either have an indemnification or some sort of an agreement with the town of New Baltimore, that you guys are interested in working on this water district. And they won't provide anything, because I've already had the conversation. So at this point, they either want me to indemnify the whole project, which is inappropriate, I think, based on the portion of the benefit to us. So we're looking for the town to actually move the process forward. I mean, we've been working on this for a year and a half. We first met back in the spring of last year. We've had multiple meetings, we've presented to the town, we've presented to the planning board, but we can't do anything until there's a water district, and the water district has to be created by the town. So we're looking for the town to actually take action to say, under Article 12A, you're gonna look into developing a water district.
Well,
So
in
what is the
meantime,
next step?
I will talk to the mayor just to clear things up.
So based on this report, what is the next step? Because the next step, from what I can see, is the town has to take action to say, yes, we're gonna look into this water district.
Yeah, talk to our attorney, we'll get it all lined up
Okay,
and, arranged, yes.
so when do you think that we can, pardon?
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
At the last meeting with the attorney and your engineer.
Yeah.
Weren't you petitioning for Ravina for the water line for your restaurant and your project?
So we have done both. In January of last year, we petitioned for just a water line to our project, or just our project. That project, and they had, and apparently I think you guys had some meetings with the mayor and the attorney. We were invited into the last meeting in August that we met with. At that point, there was discussion about if the whole town wanted to have water. It changes the size of the water line from a 6 or 8 inch to whatever it is. It changes dramatically, which changes the whole process. When you look at this map for the entire proposed water district, which is what Delaware Engineering has worked with to
That
propose.
wasn't my question. My
No, I
question is,
understand that, but what I'm saying is that by changing that, so we proposed in January for just us. Then the proposal changed to say, okay, what was it to propose it to the entire district? That changed it so that instead of it running from here to here, it runs now and we're 25% of the water main. We're
at
not,
that meeting in Viscone's office,
yeah,
it was said that whether it was just for your business and your project,
yeah,
or for the whole district, the pipe had to be a certain size. It didn't matter.
8 inch was the
Eight-inch
minimum.
size.
But in order to run to the entire area, it is potentially 10 to 12.
That's not what they were said at that meeting. They said an 8-inch pipe would do it. And you had said at the meeting that you were willing to take on the cost from Ravina to your business and for your project.
You know, that we were interested in looking at the whole thing. When we look at the entire amount, we are 25% of that water main, and that's literally if nobody else on the line did. We're now 25% of the entire area and less than a third of the total water required. So what we're saying is that based on the fact that we're a fraction of the total cost.
I'm out.
Sorry.
Need to flip.
Yeah, well, the next step was,
Jeff, can you just say?
yes, yes. Well, the next steps, as I see, is for us to validate with the village of Ravina that they have the capacity to provide the water.
Okay,
That's number one. Two, it goes to the attorney who will draw up a plan for the creation of a water district. What we would have to have are the petitions as you referenced.
Yeah.
And then there would be a vote, a referendum.
Right.
That would include the parcels in that district. And, or the property owners in that district, excuse me. And, then the next step is, we start setting up the systems and the structure of that water district.
correct.
And then it starts digging, and of course, the financing.
And there's a lot of steps along the way. We're just looking to actually advance to the next step.
All right, thank you.
So what is the timing for, by the next meeting?
No, I have to get something from the mayor of Ravina that tells me that they can provide the water.
Okay.
That was how we left the meeting at the attorney's office. That's what the last thing, the village was
Right.
going to get to us to say, we can provide the water.
Which is
So
what he said to
creating a
us.
water district without knowing they can provide water,
Correct. So what we did, we left the meeting, our engineer prepared that whole, what I've presented to you guys, prepared the entire thing based on what Delaware Engineering had shared with them. And then instead of them advancing it to Bianconi or to, I forget who, the Giudice and Bars, now the council for Ravina is saying they want us to sign an indemnification to cover all their legal bills and all their for a project that we are a fraction of. So,
We don't know where.
and we don't even know where yet. We don't know that it's gonna be approved. So we're at the point where we can't move this project forward. We can't do anything until we know that there's gonna be a water district created. So
I'll talk to the mayor, and that'll help get the ball on.
that would be great. Thank you so much.
Okay. Having said that, is there any other unfinished business?
I have one more thing.
Yes, ma'am.
Someone dropped this off at the yard sale and asked me if I could read it. Chicken barbecue dinner, Congregational Christian Church of Urbana, 175 Main Street, Monday, September 29th, takeout only, 4 to 6. Menu, 1/2 chicken, baked potato, corn on the cob, coleslaw. It's a terrible thing to read when you're hungry. Dinner roll, brownie for dessert, $16 per person. Pre-order by calling Sue, 518-441-5239.
Okay.
And once again, we're getting to the winter months, so anybody that's in need of food, Medway has, and if you call 731-2106, they'll meet you at the church.
Is that a person who's gonna be answering the phone? Because I've
I
had,
mean, as long as he's home.
no, what I was going to say is I've had instances of trying to get a hold of some of these people, and nobody was answering the phone until I went higher up on the ladder.
Nope, you're at the top of the ladder on this one.
Okay, all right.
I didn't see one.
I don't
I
order the plan.
probably out. You want me to read it?
Yeah.
Probably
Please
out.
do,
in the-
because you have it on your computer. I don't.
Okay, audit of claims. Whereas the town clerk has presented claims to the town board for audit and review, and whereas the town board has audited claims 2025B 0901 to 2025B 0933, it is resolved that the supervisor is hereby authorized to pay claims 2025B 0901 to 2025B 0933. Be it further resolved that the town clerk will prepare an abstract and hold it for public review until October 31st, 2025.
Okay, heard it clearly, thank you. I'll make the motion.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
General, $4,240.03. Highway, $26,979.89. Sewer, $909.08. Sewer two, $225.41. Water one, $312.50. Total, $32,666.91.
Thank you. Okay, so now I'll entertain a motion for adjournment.
I make that motion?
Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
And Jeff, we're gonna be starting the church luncheons second Wednesday in October, and it'll be a roast pork one, donation lunch.
That'll be the 8th.
I don't know, don't even say.
What'd you say?
The second Wednesday in October,
Yes. See you.
okay?
So we got this here. This here.